Okay, perfect. So let's restart. I always forget to start the recording. So, what was your question again? You can ask me one more time. Sorry.
Oh, I was curious how Just Creatives got started.
Oh yeah, so actually it started as a club at the University of Hartford. I was doing my undergrad at the University of Hartford at the art school, and I was just looking at a way to work with the creatives on campus. And in that sense, I meant like work with people that were in like the music school and the architecture school and the business school. And there wasn't really like a way for us to connect. Like it was difficult, I noticed for myself, because I was a art student and I was also a psychology student. So I was going to different um, schools on campus. I was meeting all these different creatives, and I was like, wow, like you draw or you do photography or you do like ceramics and you're like not in the art school, and that for some reason that blew my mind. So I was like, how can we all get to know each other and like potentially even work together? And I decided to make a club that would meet every week, and people can come in, we could just talk about what we do and kind of have critiques about our work and discuss ideas. And it just blossomed from there and it turned into a business. And I'm just so like happy to say that every single time it evolves and we work with different creatives, and we love to work with the same creatives, and it's just something that just is able to keep blossoming. So yeah.
Right on. Sounds cool. I'm always down for collaboration, so uh
Absolutely.
love
Let
to
me
hear
Yeah.
that.
ask you, where did you hear about Just Creatives?
Um, it's a good question. I know I've been following you guys for a bit, and I don't remember where that came from.
Okay.
But then somebody from the Just Creators account DM'd me today, and that's when I was like, oh yeah, this thing. I
Yeah.
wonder what this is going to be about.
Awesome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you came.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I was thinking like what other things have you maybe seen from the Just Creatives page, or have you not seen anything? Like, I'm just curious to see like what's your vision of Just Creatives? What do you think Just Creatives is?
Me, I have no idea. Honestly, I haven't seen very much. I'm hardly ever on Instagram or like really any social media. And when I am, it's just like me posting my own stuff and then like liking a few things and then moving on because I hate social media.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
but I feel like there was some event that somebody that I know went to, maybe. I don't, it was a while ago. So now it's like very fuzzy, my brain. But I was just very curious because obviously I knew you. And like I was just curious what this was going to be about. So
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, well, I would love to share our Instagram page if I can do that right now, and just kind of go through our reels and our content and kind of give you a better idea of the things that we do and will do in the future as well. Let's see if I can.
Well, before you start that,
Mhm.
I know you mentioned you didn't like social media too much, but as AKS just mentioned, we do utilize the at least Instagram as our social media platform. And I am still curious, as well as you, Claudia, I'm still curious if you have Instagrams for your for your business pages, your art
Yeah,
pages.
like art accounts.
Exactly. Yeah, if you have those Instagrams as well, I'd be also curious to know if you could
Oh,
share those as well.
Yeah,
yeah. I
absolutely.
Absolutely.
have I have an art Instagram. I'm like social media. I'm on all social media stuff. It's kind of how I make money now. So it's
Absolutely, absolutely.
same.
I'm all about it. I have an art account that I just revived. Hallelujah.
Perfect.
So this is
Same for you as well, Ethan. If you have like
Oh yeah,
and
it's my name at any
oh,
social media that you can find.
oh, is this your
I'm
full
there.
name as well? Okay, perfect. I'll
Yeah.
write
Hmm.
that down as well. I just want to make sure that I'm so just as well. I'm very appreciative of the both of you joining us on this meeting. And like you even said, just being here to see what we're about. I'll just say one thing. just creating this network, and we're saying this Just Creators network of collaborating. We want to set a culture of helping each other. And in terms of if you come to this one meeting, it can create, I guess, like a seed that actually like grows into something else. And that starts with, getting each other's information, contact information, just sharing it around and seeing what actually happens. And like I said, that's definitely a goal of mine.
Yeah, totally. Like I'm down for meeting. Like I try to meet as many creatives as I can, and just
Absolutely.
network as much as I can because you never know. I've had people that I meet offhand, like, and then like 5 years later they text me and they're like, "Hey, I have a job," or like,
Those
"I
are the
thought of you
best
to do
ones.
this
Yes,
thing." So,
absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. I
yeah,
feel the same, especially now that I'm like transitioning from like the corporate creative side thing,
Mhm.
and then going more like I'm just hoping to stay like freelance and just kind of do all that and be my own, boss for that. So it's always good. And I saw this and this is like a
Yes,
And
power
perfect
that's
to
literally what
you.
Just
opportunity.
Creatives is about. Like,
Absolutely.
I wanted to
Exactly.
tell you guys you're in the right space because
Yeah.
Just Creatives, although it's a business, this is the business for creatives. In that sense, it's like we have all of our ideas and we're free to our ideas. And when we work together, we can create something so much bigger, which has become the Just Creatives platform. And my goal, as we were talking about doing meetings and online, our goal is to have meetings online like this, and we can work together online to create these events that could potentially be in person. Like
Hmm.
we've had open mic nights, fashion shows. We've done music events. As you guys know, we have an annual showcase. So we would work together with creatives online to talk about what we do, like now, and then we'd pick a date and that kind of thing, a location, and then determine how we're going to set up the space, curate the space, who's going to play music. And those are all of the creatives that have been taking part in these virtual meetings along the way. So that's just kind of a picture of how the events take place. And I just wanted to explain to you like the online part of the
Hmm.
venture and then the like in-person part. So
Yes.
yeah, everything in person happens because we meet online.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like the event is there and that's great. And that's exactly what we would love everyone to come out to and enjoy. But the work really starts online. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
that being
You're
said,
just you're
yeah,
just about
go
to
ahead.
bring up
Yeah.
you share you're already the host, right?
Yes.
To okay, got it.
So I'm gonna share my
That's super cool. I love all that. I love like everyone coming together and supporting each other and helping everyone and then doing these really cool events. That's like really good energy to be around.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
say especially after 2020, after
Oh, yeah.
COVID. Oh my
Scary
goodness.
stuff. Yeah. That's so cool. Also, yeah, I don't know if it ever comes in handy. My other side of my thing, I do like fashion content and fashion stylist. So if there's ever someone needs that, I'm your girl.
I say
Awesome.
any all your contact information for all that, share it all, and
Oh, cool. I'll
that's the
drop
best
my
way. That's the best way we'll be able to get it all out there.
cool.
Yeah.
I have it. My fashion stuff is mostly TikTok, so I'll write that down.
nice.
Got it.
I just recently well, over the past year, I've been like, well, for the past few years, I've been making patterns just
Hmm.
obsessively. And like, as an out, I'm like, what the hell am I going to do with these patterns? I have no idea. So like, I started making like clothing, like designing clothing and stuff, but I don't
No
really know
way.
like
That's awesome though.
how to get in to that world other than just like keep making connections or whatever. So it's really funny that you've
Oh,
said that.
that's actually because I don't know how to make clothes, but I love putting them on. So that's awesome.
Right
Let's
on.
see. Well, yeah, let's connect. Let's do that.
There we go.
This is what it's all about, the connection and
Hey.
the the culture of connectivity, because Just Creatives is that. It's just that. It's just
Hmm.
creatives. We're not putting a label on it in terms of if you're like an artist, like you're only a photographer, you're only this. Like it's really up to you, whatever you are. You're a creative, so you can do art, fashion, music, all of the above. It's just creatives. So absolutely. Let me just go through here and just kind of skip
Hmm.
through some videos because we've done quite a few things. Last winter, actually, this winter that just passed, we did this event
All
with.
right, this is probably how I found you.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. So we did this event with Northwest Arts Council, and that's in Connecticut, and with Bantam Theater, Bantam Cinema actually is what it's called. It was such a great event. It was kind of like a networking event. Um and we do a lot of networking events just to have creatives in the area come out and meet each other. And it's really nice to do that, especially after COVID. Like we had that whole transition as Just Creative started from a club, I was telling you earlier, in 2019. And then I graduated and COVID happened and we were all trying to figure out the virtual stuff. So that's kind of where the virtual part of Just Creative started coming in. So that's just one of
One
that we
I was
did.
wondering if you like click the unmute button, like the
Oh,
volume,
you're right.
if it plays the
Let's see. I totally forgot about that. There's sound in every video. But
We
yeah.
can't hear it
So
though.
also with Just Creatives, like it's really about creativity, and I want to stress that to the highest point because even when it comes to our online content creation, our posts, those are the things that we're looking for creatives to work with. Like you could potentially make a flyer for Just Creatives and you can get traction on your page that way from being tagged and that kind of thing, and making videos and just working on edits and that kind of thing. We want to make sure that people see the type of work that you can create so that your potential clients and people that you would like to work with or collaborate with can also see the type of work that you can do. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, we did our third annual showcase.
oh yeah.
I was actually in two parts in Brooklyn last year. Talk to us about what's going on. So this is what I was talking about earlier when we have our meetings like this on Zoom and we talk with creatives and we see what everyone is about. And then we get together to find a location and create something.
Maybe I am hearing the video now. I'm hearing something.
That was one of my pieces of inspiration during the annual showcase. I was like, during the showcase, we had a little event where it was like with whatever you have, markers, pens, just draw something, create something, just create something. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna create the inspiration for, I'm gonna be the first one to just draw and spark it up. And
Nice.
that
Absolutely.
that's
I like, sorry to cut you.
no. I'm going with the flow of going through the slides.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I was just saying, like, really, it's all about expressing ourselves in the most creative way. It's really just something that comes naturally to people that love to create art and just make things. So that's really what we're all about, and we want to create that safe culture for people to do so. So these are some musicians, again, in Idol. They were playing at one of our events last year. They just pulled up, and this was a great story because there was another artist that they didn't have a mic or something, and they went back home to pick up a mic. They were like 25 minutes away. And it's just a
Wow.
great community of people that just want to help each other. That's really what Just Create is about.
Sure. Sounds awesome. So right now you're just trying to expand that network, or it seems like you have people that come to like the live events and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you find that like you're um I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. Like it sounds like that you're trying to build up your online presence now. Are these meetings like new, or is it something
So
that you've been doing?
yeah, the meetings are something that we've been doing for a while, but looking at how like after COVID has kind of affected the way that we communicate, we're still
Hmm.
trying to figure out that warm spot of how to, introduce people to the online network and how to communicate online and still be transparent and still able to share what we want to share at the same time. Because some people aren't as comfortable as other people with the networks and
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But we want to make sure that everyone understands that we're here to help and that's something that we're all looking forward to working together. And it does take time to learn all these different programs. There's so many social medias, and at least with a network of people, we can all help each other figure it out together. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely. It's the hardest part is figuring out how to communicate with like your network, because everyone has their preferred social media and like they don't check it all the time, or if they do, like they won't necessarily see your posts. So then do you create like a group DM, but then after a while people just mute the group DM if it's like too active or not
Yeah,
getting the
Yeah,
information that they want.
yeah.
It's very difficult.
I
absolutely.
I feel like just to piggyback off of what AKS was saying about like that happy medium of hitting communication with people. Because even I'll say my origins with Just Creatives, I also attended the University of Hartford, and I wasn't in the art school. I was in more of the business school. I graduated a business degree. My thing was I felt like well, just terms in business, it's not like that black and white. I felt like, life needed that, that creativity where like
Mhm.
when I first saw Just Creatives, it was just very shocking, but I loved like the freedom, the openness of it where anybody could join and everyone can add to it, show what you can add to Just Creatives. What do you bring to the table in terms of who are you? How can we help your creativity and things like that? And just to see how it's grown to this level now, um, for me, it was just like very inspiring to see that anybody, doesn't matter where your background is, can join.
Mhm.
Like I guess the part I was saying is getting that communication to people to work together, in this sense because we have so many different social medias, but then like to get them all onto one, like one individual server that I guess trying to figure that part out because if we could get everyone onto one server, then that'll be able to have a large majority of people where everybody will be able to work with each other. Where if you need like a videographer, photographer, it doesn't matter, editor, model, it doesn't matter where. Well, that's all, I guess, our overall goal where we want that in a physical sense, but I guess we have to start now in the virtual sense where if we have all those people around us, then it'll be easy for us to match people and work with each other, in turn creating a very good culture.
Absolutely. I agree 100%. Like, it's really about creating the space where people feel like it's okay to mess up because everyone is working on it. We're all like creatives. There's no perfect piece of art. There's no perfect piece of creativity. So it's like we're all working together, and when we work together, we can create something bigger than ourselves that in turn can help us out with anything in terms of working with different collaborators and making new connections. It's really about just sharing yourself and being transparent with yourself about what you want to do and what you want to create.
Yeah, I think this is awesome. And I love how you guys are, you know, you keep pushing this and it shows like the dedication definitely shows. And I think like, do you guys have TikTok?
We do have a TikTok, but we have
Okay.
to work on all of our TikTok things. We're still working on creating every social media because Just Creatives is a social page and
Right.
Mhm.
internet social
Yeah.
platform. So we're like everyone else. We're not 100% great at this social media or threads,
Mhm. You
TikTok
know,
per se, but
yeah. And
working together is really what it's about. Yeah.
yeah. And with that, like if you guys, I'm very used to how TikTok works and I kind of know like some things about it. If you guys ever want to jump on a call or something, I can always help
Yeah.
out like strategy on TikTok versus Instagram because it's all so different. And I had to like kind of go through the ringer on it to figure it out.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've gotten like got some good tips to share if you guys ever want that. I'm very
Absolutely.
happy to share.
Absolutely. I would invite you actually to go on our website and the members link.
Yeah.
You go through there and fill out your information so we can get to know a little bit more about you. Then we can set up that meeting and we can just go into a deeper discussion. Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
That was a
And I
perfect.
invite you, Ethan, as well, if you want to fill out that form and we can have a one-on-one as well, and we can talk way more in depth about what you do and how we can work together. Totally for it.
Sure.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
That I like that. Thank you, AKS
Yeah,
again for the
I don't want
like
to cut you, but
segment.
we have 5 minutes, so
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
like
was
that.
even saying for the we're kind of closing, but I'm so happy. I feel like we were able to at least have a very good discussion and not like drag it all on out because Zoom only gives us 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But to the last part, the goal is to the for this year is to have a membership where we all understand that there is just creatives, but we all have a part in it. We all have a part of helping each other, collaborating, creating with each other as Just Creatives members. And this is, I guess you said what the goal with the meetings. This is where it all starts. This is where we all can meet, talk with each other, connect with each other, seeing what's new, what's going on, and how we can help moving forward.
Awesome.
Great.
Okay, so I just want to take some time and answer any questions. If you guys have any questions or anything at all, this is the time to ask for sure. I'm free to answer any question.
So the business model is to be an online network. Like is your website meant to be like some kind of network, or are you looking to be like a consultant? Because like I'm hearing a lot of different things and I'm trying to like what's the business
So the
model?
platform is basically a space for all creatives to connect. So the goal is to have all the members of Just Creatives have their own like portfolio on the website so that when they have work that they do with Just Creatives, they can post their work and their work that they're working on, and that other clients can go directly to their portfolio on Just Creatives and they can see what artists they like to work with and that kind of thing, and they can see the work that they're working on, and then that way they can also get connections through other collectives and creatives. Does that kind of
So
answer?
kind of like an art agency.
Um, I wouldn't call it an agency. I would just call it more like a network. I would just say that.
At this level,
Yeah, at this level.
we're that platform
Okay.
to be able to help creatives, at least at this level. We definitely want to be able to build and work our way up where we can, of course, say we not a label, but I guess like an agency in a sense. But where we at right now, at least, to pick you off, I feel like AKS, you answered that question. I'm not saying you didn't, to my knowledge, you answered that well, but for where the level we're at right now, I say we're just establishing that platform, and I say that culture of a place where people can come together, and like you even said, Ethan, like an online network, people can come together and create that, and then once we have that foundation, then I feel like the next step is moving forward where we can create that, I guess that agency, that corporation, that higher level and degree.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And so to that end, like right now, um, to sign up for the platform, it gives you it just gives you a space to put your work there, and then people can browse it, or like you direct people to it. Is that what you're saying? Just making
So
sure that I
that's just
Got
part of what you'll be able to do as a member. Having You'll definitely be able to have your platform and all your things showing, but as a member, people that are members will also be taking part in these live events as well as the online meetings, and of course we will be incorporating whatever our works are together to make sure that the website, the Instagram, the Facebook, the everything is um, just representative of the creatives that are creating on the platform.
so you would be posting things from your platform to like your social media is what you're saying.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so everything that's on our Instagram is just kind of like Instagram is the main social media that people use besides Facebook. So we're mainly on Instagram for like daily things, but our website reflects everything that we'd be doing throughout the year. And sometimes previous years it also shows like an archive of what we've done. So I would really encourage you guys to just go click through our website and just take a look. And there's a bunch of things on there. And if you have any more questions, I will definitely answer them. And you can send us an email and they'll be answered.
Cool.
Well, this was great. Thank you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on. I'm so excited to see what we can work with together. And our next meeting will be the beginning of April, and there'll be definite notifications going out for that. And I encourage you guys to go to that meeting.